My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Collector's Edition from Series 74, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. And so here we have Jim the Anvil Neidhart posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories really fast. Jim the Anvil Neidhart does come with 2 pairs of hands. We do get a pair of fists. We get a pair of grip hands. We do get his entrance jacket, which I really do like the way they did this. And it, of course, does have the Anvil Heart Foundation logo on the back. And we do get his sunglasses. Other than that, the Anvil doesn't come with anything else. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at Jim the Anvil Neidhart. And I do apologize if the lighting has been inconsistent between my latest videos. I'm still working the new studio, but anyway. Moving on to Jim the Anvil Neidhart here, I think they did a fairly good job on the face sculpt. Even though it is a yelling expression, I think it looks enough like the Anvil that you can pass it off as Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I especially love his goatee. I used to have a goatee that was like that, but I shaved it off. But still really nice that they painted that rather than just the photoreal. Really like the fade they did in his hair. Makes me wonder why they don't do that more often with certain characters, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, really am liking the expression we have here on the Anvil. Moving on to his torso now, I do believe we have seen this torso before. I believe this was on his original release, which I don't remember the Elite series. I know there was a Bret Hart, and I think he was wearing his blue wrestling gear. This time we do have him in pink. Unfortunately, no Heart Foundation logo. We do get the Anvil, and just like with all the members of the Heart Foundation, the logo is a little bit obscure, or not obscured, but skewed to the left, so that's really consistent. You can see mine does have a little bit of issues right here at the lines work. You can see some pink poking through, and then you have some black up there. On the back we have a flesh tone spot right here. It's not the cleanest paint job that Mattel has given us, and I do wonder why they cast his body in pink rather than in flesh tone. I guess to make sure that that matches, but I don't know, it looks really odd if you ask me. That's really strange seeing the flesh tone is painted. I do like the body hair that they have on him. Jim is wearing 2 elbow pads, which they do feel a little bit loose, and that's probably because they were a little warped in the packaging, which is a little bit unfortunate. He is wearing white wrist tape. Going down the sides right here, we do have the not the Heart Foundation logo, but we do have anvils going up and down his legs. It does say the Anvil on the back of his tights right there. So yeah, he is the Anvil after all, and they do have to emphasize that so much. The pink is done fairly well. I think it's not as sloppy as it could have been. It could have been much worse. Although right there you can kind of see that they didn't quite get it right, especially because there's no seam right there. Or yeah, there is a seam right there. So is the thigh on mine splitting? I'll have to double check that in a little bit, but really do like the boots. I always like the boots on the Heart Foundation. The white boots with the pink. And then we do have the Anvil logo right there. Looking really nice. I really do like the way Mattel handled the Anvil in this run. So overall, really like this figure. So what we're going to do now is get him posed next to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Jim the Anvil Neidhart posed next to an Ultimate Edition's Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. And finally, here we do have Jim the Anvil Neidhart posed next to his daughter Natalya. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually run through his articulation. He does have the standard elite articulation despite being on a chubbier body. He does have a ball joint in the head, which does let him look up, and it looks like he's laughing right here. He would look down, but unfortunately his goatee does hinder all downward movement, and as you would expect, it does hinder some sideways movement as well. It does have some pretty decent head tilt. I am surprised about that. And again, it does rotate left and right. A little bit tight on mine. Arms on ball joints, they do go out to the side. They do go all the way around, no problem. They swivel at the bicep, single bend at the elbow, although if you move the elbow pad you get a little more range, but the rubberized elbow pad does want to keep his arm at a little bit less than 90. We do have a swivel and a hinge at the wrist. That works no problem. Ab crunch goes back to about that far, goes forward to about that far, so it's not the best we've seen. He does have a swivel at the waist. His legs do kick forward to about there, which is acceptable. They go out to the side, pretty decent amount. He does spin at the thigh, double bend at the knee. No hindrance with knee pads, so I do like that. He does swivel at the boot. He has a hinge in the ankle, which goes back and forward. And then we have, not forward-facing pin, but we do have rocker ankle on him. So overall, really do like the articulation here on Jim the Anvil Neidhart. So what we're going to do now is get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have Jim the Anvil Neidhart posed for my final thoughts. Overall, really do like the way this figure came out. Now, originally I did pass on the first release of Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I have no idea why I did that. Probably because it wasn't the attire I wanted. But seeing as how we did finally get Heart Foundation, pink and black attack Neidhart here, I think that's what I was pretty much waiting for. And I'm pretty glad I did, because I do love the way this jacket came out. And the way they went about adding that silver ribbon on the inside to simulate a jacket, that's really creative. I'm gotta give Mattel props for doing that. Now, if you are looking for a Jim the Anvil Neidhart, unfortunately he was the exclusive figure to Walmart for Elite 74, which does mean you're out of luck with finding this guy, especially because we are in Elite 77 at this point, and Elite 74 has come and gone. Jim the Anvil Neidhart here is going to run you about $40 to about $60 if you are getting him secondhand market. Luckily, I did find mine at Walmart, so that's a pretty good find for me. I was lucky enough to pick up my very own Jim the Anvil Neidhart from Walmart, which he was exclusive to. If you were able to find this guy at Walmart, good job. He's pretty hard to come by in this day and age. So if you don't have him, you will have to pay secondhand market at this time. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other WWE videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.